Welcome to Mantra Flower Tarot. This is your weekly reading for October 10th through the 6th, through the 16th, the 10th through the 16th of October. Cancer, I always want to make sure I let you know that if this reading does not resonate, please don't force it. I always say to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. That way you can get a clear overview of all the energies surrounding you during this week here. On top of that, Cancer, I do read intuitively, and so my card meanings might be a little bit different than some of the tarot readers that you're used to. So if you think I'm reading it differently, that's why. I go off of the energy of the card, the placement of the card, as well as the clarification card. So that is why. Cancer, I only have the link to my personal readings listed in the description box. I'll never reach out to you or ask you for money or ask you to book a personal reading with me. So please do not respond to any messages of the sort. It's not me. Also, I want to thank everyone that used the link below to donate to the channel. It's greatly appreciated and it definitely helps. So thank you for those that use that. Cancer, intuitively, what I'm picking up here for you guys, the energy, it's very, which may not be surprising since you are Cancer, but I'm getting almost a protective energy, and that's the word they're kind of telling me is protective here. On the bottom, we have the Queen of Cups, if you can see that. Protective of what, though? I can usually channel your energy while I'm like shuffling the cards and dealing them before your reading, because that's the energy that I'm getting for the collective through the cards. Cancer, I'm getting like a secret. Maybe that's why I'm getting a protective energy. Are you protecting a secret, Cancer? That's kind of the energy, the feeling that I'm getting. It's not like being nervous or anything, but it's just like kind of like a secretive energy. Like I don't want people to know what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, where I'm going, when I'm going. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. It's like a secretive kind of energy where you're more protective over things you're doing or feeling or thinking or saying. That's an odd energy there. That'd be a hard energy to describe to someone, how that feels, you know. But Cancer, I think you'll know how that feels, because that's the energy I'm picking up for you. I'm going to pull an oracle deck. It will either be your insight card or your advice card for the overall read here, and I will read the description for the oracle card at the end of the reading. Please show me Cancer, the 10th through the 16th. Please show me Cancer, 10th through the 16th. One card for Cancer, the 10th through the 16th. All right, tell me, here it comes. 10th through the 16th for Cancer. Yeah, you guys are holding on. Definitely holding on to some information that you're not wanting to share. So we'll see if that plays out inside of your reading or not. But even like shuffling your oracle deck, that's what I'm getting is like, thank you. Holding on to your energy, to your thoughts, to what you're doing. It's like some kind of secretive energy is what I'm getting here. So yeah, we'll read this at the end of the reading. Let's get into it, Cancer. Position 1, we have the Tower clarified by strength. So I feel like your current energy is that you are currently, I get that it's not necessarily that you had a Tower moment and that's what you're feeling in your current energy. I think we've all been having Tower moments recently. But I get this is more of like a strength of preparing for a Tower moment is kind of what I'm getting here. It's more of like the feeling that I'm getting with that is more, your current energy is like you feel like you can handle anything. You feel like you're ready for anything. You can do anything right now, Cancer. That's kind of how you're feeling. You're feeling really, really courageous. This is really not your normal, typical energy, I would say, but it's almost like you're ready to fight. You're ready to battle something, like, and you feel like you could take it on and win here. Is your current energy. That's what I'm getting. So it's almost like you're like, yeah, you want to bring me a tower? I'll pass that tower. I'll move right through it. That's kind of your current energy here, Cancer. In your obstacle position, we have death clarified by judgment. So I think the obstacle here is, are you fighting? This is going to be a weird reading. I can feel it already. This feels like the obstacle here is like putting an end to something you know the truth about, but you're choosing not to see the truth. That's been a common theme, especially with Mercury retrograde. For this month, that's been a pretty common theme. So I'm getting that it might be like the obstacle here is it's almost like you're ready to fight for something that you already know the truth about. But the truth is, and you know the truth is that you need to put an end to it, but it's almost like you're like, no, I can handle it. I can do it. I can handle that. So even though I should put an end to it, I can handle it. I'm gonna do it. That's the energy I get here. But the obstacle is like, you know the truth, and so you need to put an end to something here, but you're choosing not to. Instead, you're kind of choosing to take it head on, even though it's like, you know that you need to put an end to it. What you need to focus on, we have the 8 of Wands clarified by the 5 of Cups here. You need, again, this is like a releasing card, the 5 of Cups, releasing old memories, old feelings, letting go, allowing things to pass. Sometimes in the traditional tarot, the 5 of Cups is representative of feeling like kind of abandoned. But in this deck, the energy I receive from this card is more of choosing to let go of something, choosing to allow it to leave. And so what you need to focus on here, Cancer, is just what I was saying. It feels like your current energy is like, I can take this on, but the obstacle is like, you need to let it go. And so what you need to focus on is finding a way to take action toward releasing something here. There's something that you're really holding on to, Cancer, and it's like, it's time to release this. It's time to let it go. Don't fight it. I don't get like an angry energy. I don't get a mad energy. Like, it's literally just like protective, like secure, and kind of like I'm a wall, and no matter what you run into me, I'm gonna keep standing. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Let's do your recent past. In the past, we have 8 of Cups clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So there was something that you were going to walk away from, but then you kind of second thought about it and was like, no, I think this could actually become a good thing. I think that this could work. There was something that you were definitely ready to walk away from in the past here, and you had a change of heart. You decided not to leave it, not to walk away from it or move on from it. It is emotional for you, so this could be something like possibly a person, a job. I say job because sometimes we get emotionally tied to our jobs. This could be some kind of situation that you had a lot of emotional investment in, but you also believed like, I can get better emotional fulfillment somewhere else. But it looks like as you were in the process of walking away, you kind of had a change of heart for whatever reason. That's in your recent past. And so that may be the current situation that you're experiencing, is that is the same situation that you were meant to walk away from, even though you felt like, hey, Wheel of Fortune, I can turn this situation around. I can come back and make it good. It could have been that was a situation you were meant to leave, but for whatever reason, you chose to come back to it. In your strength position, we have the 5 of Wands clarified by the 9 of Wands. For this week, Cancer, you're really good about not having conflict, about not arguing with people. You might have people approach you and say things that's just really petty or really gets on your nerves, kind of irks you here, and you're choosing not to have conflict with those people. You're kind of putting your boundaries up very strong here, and it's like, and that's what I mean by that protective energy. This card definitely symbolizes it best. where it's very protective of your own energy as well, where you're kind of like, nope, you're not crossing into here. I'm not going to waste my energy on this petty, nonsensical things. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. You do you, I'm going to do me. You're in a position this week, Cancer, where that is a definite strength of yours, of setting boundaries, protecting your energy. I get definitely avoiding conflict here in a very peaceful way by just not even letting it get to you. Like, you're not even letting anything get into your energy for this week. In the near future, we have the King of Wands, clarified by death in reverse, or sorry, death in birth. It looks like in the near future, Cancer, this could be a split message here. Bless me. Excuse me. For some of you, you're going to be coming out of this energy. Not necessarily coming out of it. Excuse me. I haven't been sneezing at all. For some of you, it's not that you're coming out of this energy. It's almost like this energy is upgrading into the King of Wands, because the more you hold this energy of like, I can take on anything, you know, I'm not going to lower my energy down and compete or have conflict with other people for no reason. The more you're taking on this very strength kind of energy, you're turning more and more into the King of Wands, where you're like, you know, I'm very self-assured. I'm very confident. I'm very passionate about what I believe in. I'm stable. I'm secure. You have the fire to match conflict head on if needed, but you're choosing to sit in that power instead of like going after and creating conflict with others. And that's your death and rebirth. It's almost like they just gave me the word ego death. So some of you could be going through an ego death or have just gone through an ego death, and this is like your new personality forming here. But I'm definitely getting like, that's your death and rebirth here, is that you're upgrading your current energy slowly but surely into this King of Wands energy here. For others, very small few, and you'll know if this is your story or not, very small few here. There is a King of Pentacles, or sorry, so it could be an earth sign, but there is a King of Wands that is going to be coming into your life in the near future, and they are forcing this ending that you chose to come back to, this ending that you did not want to walk away from, that you chose to return to, that the universe is kind of saying that's what you need to focus on releasing. There is some kind of passionate, strong leader, stable energy that is going to be entering in, and they're creating almost like, I get the energy of they're almost creating a tower moment for you, but they're coming in with their energy and they're helping you, not by force, but I get just their pure energy, the essence of who they are. Like, you're going to look at them and be like, oh my gosh, this person is like a person I admire and I want to be like this person. And because you have so much admiration for this person, you almost try to embody that energy, and that helps you release this situation here. In your advice position, we have Judgment and 10 of Pentacles. So Cancer, you need to be very truthful about what it is that you want here. Long term, okay? 10 of Pentacles is a very long-term legacy card, very stable, generational wealth, that kind of card where you're really setting things up for generations beyond yourself, beyond your kids, beyond your grandkids. And it's very happy, very stable, very strong bonds, things like that. And so I feel here, Cancer, that part of this situation, why you were supposed to let it go, is because it's not going to offer you this future here that you're looking for. So it's asking you to be very truthful with yourself about what you want long term. Where do you actually see yourself in the next 10, 20, 15 years? What kind of family life do you want? What kind of bonds do you want? What do you want that whole picture to look like? And if what you're doing right now does not align with that, whether it be career, relationship, your kids, your investments, where your attention is going, then you need to realign your current situation with where you actually want to be in the future. And what you're not seeing, Cancer, we have 2 of Swords and we have 5 of Wands. So it's still coming back. Everything is stemming back to this situation that you need to let go of here. It's saying what you're not seeing is that you need to make a decision here because there's conflict, okay? Not making the decision is creating conflict for you as well as for the situation. And if it's a person, it's creating conflict for them. If it's a job, it's creating conflict for your coworkers. It's almost like you choosing to not make a decision, or not make a decision, because you kind of made the decision to stay, but it's not even that you made the decision to stay. It's more out of like stubbornness, where you're like, I can take this on. I don't have to let it go. Like, I can actually take this on and do it. So you're almost trying to prove a point to yourself and to other people that, like, I don't care how bad it gets or how bad it is, I can take this on. Like, I can do this. And it's coming from a place of like ego, stubbornness, not necessarily a place of love. And so there's some kind of conflict here because of that decision, kind of not decision, because you didn't actually make the decision to stay. You didn't actually make a decision to leave. You made a decision just to like prove a point, is what I'm getting here. You're just trying to prove a point at this moment of time. But when you don't make that decision and you don't go through with walking away here, Cancer, it's creating conflict for everyone involved. The energy I'm getting, though, even with that conflict, you're in a very like calm place, not peaceful, but just a very calm place. It's almost like out of this situation, you're learning how to master your emotions so that you're not so easily triggered by other people around you or about situations, things like that. Your hopes and fears. We have the we have the 7 of Wands clarified by the Devil. So you are in a more fear-based energy right now, Cancer, at least for this week. Your energy is leaning more towards fears rather than hopes. What it's saying that you're fearing here is you're really fearing that you're standing up for something, you're holding your ground for something that's actually going to be really bad for you. So again, that's from not making a decision, not going within to get a true, clear decision for yourself about if you want to stay or if you want to go. Instead, you're trying to just stand your ground here. And this card talks all about standing your ground, but I feel like that that's all you're doing here is proving a point, standing your ground. But your fear is that, man, what if I'm standing my ground for something that's really going to hurt me later on? And that could also be creating some internal conflict for you, where you're like, I want to keep standing my ground. I want to keep showing my strength. But I also feel like if I keep going down this road, it's going to lead into something really bad. And that's your intuition speaking to you, Cancer, okay? In the potential outcome, we have the 6 of Wands clarified by Ace of Swords. So by the end of the week, they're telling me 2 to 3 weeks. In 2 to 3 weeks, Cancer, you're going to be making a firm decision on if you want to stay or go, if this is something you want to continue to invest in, or if this is something you're ready to move on from. And when you do that, you're going to have success and victory because you finally have made a decision. I get that it's taking you 2 to 3 weeks just because you're actually going to be going within and finding the answers that you're looking for. You're going to intuitively, that intuition is going to keep yelling at you. I was going to say talking, but they were like, no, it's going to yell at you. And that's going to give you a very clear idea of what decision you need to make. And when you act on that decision, you are going to feel so victorious, so successful, bountiful. This isn't showing up in the cards, but what they're telling me is that part of that victory that you're going to feel once you finally make this decision, it's going to bring you a lot of abundance. It's going to bring you a lot of stability, a lot of pentacles. You're going to be way more emotionally filled because you're finally living in your truth, Cancer. So let's go ahead and see your oracle card. Financial and material changes. Okay, number 5. I'll go ahead and read from the book for that one. Cancer, if you're still here and this is resonating for you, please make sure you do hit the like, share, and subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel and it helps the message get out, and I definitely appreciate it. This number 5 physical card represents changes, challenges, and losses, usually related to material or financial concerns. You may be losing some of the things around you, but you must acknowledge and know that besides existing as a physical being, you're an incredible and resourceful spiritual entity. Use your powerful forces within to help you through this difficult period. Everything changes for a reason, and this time isn't meant to be a punishment. Know that your current conditions will transform for the better. A positive question to ask yourself now is, what did I learn from this, and how can I avoid it in the future? Remember that there are lessons to be understood in everything. It's up to you, and you alone, to decide how long it will take for you to learn them. So that's definitely the energy I was picking up on. I don't get much relationship or emotional energy from this. I do get more of like it's a job situation, and that's why I kept using that example here. But Cancer, I definitely think you're going to be feeling much better once you finally make a decision here. And I think you're going to have a lot of changes for the better. That's all I have for you. Thanks.